What's going on, you guys? Thanks for coming back to another episode of The Road to Wellness, your premier channel for the newest information on intermittent fasting, the ketogenic diet, and just general wellness. So today, we're going to go over the top 3 reasons why you're not losing weight on the ketogenic diet or intermittent fasting. I get this question a lot to my personal email, from clients, from people on the Facebook groups, and from people on Reddit and my Instagram. The general situation is this: hey, I've been on keto 6 months, 8 months, however long. I've been doing the same thing the entire time, and I lost a bunch of weight real fast, but now I've stalled. What do I do? So first, let's define a stall, because you may not be stalled. Sometimes your body adjusts to what you're doing, and sometimes it can take a couple weeks for results to show. Remember, weight loss is not linear. You're not going to lose all the weight you want in the exact time you want. Sometimes there's fluctuations. Sometimes you might go up a week and you might be down the next week. The way I characterize a stall is if you've been tracking for 4 weeks or more and your body composition has not changed, nor has your weight. Now these are 2 important factors, because just because your weight hasn't gone down, that does not mean that your body composition has not changed. Body composition can change while your weight stays the same. And this is important to remember. Okay, so before we get started, I want to say, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I'm doing a giveaway soon, and you don't want to miss it. So make sure you smash that button so you can see the new updates. Check out our Instagram page. The link will be in the description. And I'll be sure to let you know when this giveaway is happening and how you can get entered to get some free stuff. So top 3 reasons why you're not losing weight on a ketogenic diet or intermittent fasting. Reason 1 is lack of sleep. Sleep is the most overlooked factor when it comes to weight loss and body composition. It's one of the easiest things you can track, and also one of the easiest things to forget about. I want to share a study with you. There was a study they did in Korea with 17,000 people. Now in this study, they had 3 groups. The control group got 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night, while the other groups got less than 7 hours of sleep or more than 8 hours of sleep. Now these people were measured with DEXA scan, and after they got the results, they had a 95% confidence interval. So these results are kind of astounding if you ask me. The people who got less than 7 hours of sleep were 1.22 times more likely to have general overall obesity. Now this same group was also 1.32 times more likely to have abdominal obesity. Sleep debt decreases protein synthesis. This is the process by which your muscles rebuild after being torn down by exercise or other physical activity. This is very important because you want your muscles to rebuild so that you have more lean mass to burn more fat. Now another thing that sleep debt does is raises cortisol. When you have excess cortisol in your body acting from external stressors, it causes your body to initiate a process called gluconeogenesis. Now what this is the utilization of protein to make glucose. This glucose that would normally be stored in the muscle and in the liver and used to fuel your brain is now being utilized to keep you alert and awake because you're in a sleep debt. And the other thing this does hormonally is lowers testosterone and IGF-1. These 2 hormones are responsible for protein synthesis.
Caught up in everyday life, trying to making through my day so I can sleep at night. Trying to figure out my way through the maze of rights and wrongs. But like you used to say, nothing feels like it's really worth it. Forget perfect, I'm trying not to be worthless. Since I last saw you, I've been looking for a purpose. Well, I met this kid who thought like I did. He had a weird way of looking at it. This is what he said: slip out the back before they know you were there, and at the worst you'll see nobody cares. Cause you don't wanna be around when it all goes down. Even heroes know when to be scared. Slip out the back before they know you were there, and at the worst you'll see nobody cares. Cause you don't wanna be around when it all goes down. Even heroes know when to be scared.
Now, I don't remember where I met him or remember his name, but he walked funny like he was just too big for his frame. Just over 5 foot, but he weighed $150. And what he said seemed so right, it stuck with me. Listen, it's like poker, you can play your best, but you gotta know when to fold your cards and take a rest, and know when to hold your cards, hold your breath, and hope that nobody else is stacking the deck. Because I don't need to tell you that life isn't fair. It doesn't care, it arbitrarily cuts off your air. And like you, I want someone to say it's okay. In the truest part of our hearts, everybody's afraid. We're just underappreciated and overwhelmed, fighting so hard to hide our fear that we're scaring ourselves. You understand what I'm saying, cause you always did. But it's different in the words of a cowardly kid who said, slip out the back before they know you were there. At the worst you'll see nobody cares. Cause you don't wanna be around when it all goes down. Even heroes know when to be scared. Slip out the back before they know you were there. At the worst you'll see nobody cares. Cause you don't wanna be around when it all goes down. Even heroes know when to be scared. And I'm no hero, you remember how it was, you know. All I ever did was worry, feeling out of control, to the point where everything is going end over end. I'm spinning around in circles again. This is where you come in. All of this to explain to you why I had to separate myself away from yesterday's life. Please remember, this isn't how I hoped it would be, but I had to protect you from me. That's why I slipped.
Top reason number 2 why you're not losing weight on keto is because you have too much dietary fat. Yes, I said it. Too much dietary fat.
Toe 10. Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Oftentimes on these keto pages, I see a lot of people saying, oh, just add more fat, add more fat. And then some people end up giving up on the ketogenic diet. The truth is, at the beginning of the ketogenic diet, your body does not know how to utilize ketones efficiently. And that's why when you get these pee strips, it seems like you're in deep, deep ketosis. And then after a few weeks or months, your ketones go down dramatically. This is nothing to be alarmed at, because literally what you're measuring in your pee is the amount of ketones that have been wasted. As your body starts to relearn to utilize these ketones, you're not going to see as many in your pee. And that's a good thing. That means they're being utilized properly and your body is using that fuel efficiently. When you get to this point where your body learns to use fat efficiently, you want to drop the dietary fat. You have plenty of stored fat that you are trying to get rid of. Unless you have a medical condition which requires you be in ketosis full time, then you don't need to be worrying about how much dietary fat you have. Your body will naturally convert the fat on your body into ketones as needed. So when you introduce a bunch of dietary fat and drink keto coffee, your body's not utilizing your own body fat. Your body is utilizing the dietary fat that you're putting into it. I know a lot of people romanticize keto coffee, like Jason Whitrock, and shout out to him. He's a really cool dude with really good info. And I'm not knocking him at all. I love his channel and I love his message, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's right for everyone. So what you can do is drop the fat. At least in the first meal when you break your fast, drop the fat. No keto coffee. You can maybe do some eggs. Opt for the sirloin instead of the ribeye. I know the ribeye is more tasty, but you have to utilize these tools depending on your goals. And if you aren't satisfied with the results you're getting, then something has to change. So the third and last thing I want to talk about is intermittent fasting. When you hit a plateau intermittent fasting, there's usually two problems that occur here. Either you're fasting too much, or you have persistent metabolic adaptation from having too low of calories for an extended amount of time. Now, this persistent metabolic adaptation has been proven through the Biggest Loser study, one that Jillian Michaels was a part of. And unfortunately for those people, it found that even after they lost the weight, 6 years down the road, their metabolism stayed the same. Now, with intermittent fasting, you're protected from this effect a little bit, but over time, a consistent calorie deficit without bringing your calories back up will actually cause your body to adapt to the amount of calories that you're giving it. So my first tip to fix this is bring your calories up for about 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, go back to your plan, and it should bring back that shock factor that your body needs to start burning fat again. Now, the same thing goes with intermittent fasting. If you've been fasting every day for the last 3 to 6 months and it's not working anymore, then take 2 weeks off. Eat within a 12-hour window. Maybe do a ketogenic diet if you're not, to keep the weight from creeping up on you, and then go back to it after 2 weeks. This will allow your body to get used to that certain pattern of eating. Once it gets used to eating every day for 12 hours, then that shock factor comes back when you go back to intermittent fasting. Now, there is a third option with this. I don't like it because for some people it can create bad eating habits. You can extended fast to break a plateau, but this may not be a great solution because you may lose 5 to 7 pounds during your first extended fast. But when you come back to intermittent fasting, you may still be at that plateau, or you could end up gaining a little bit of the weight back because of your body's set point. So I do not recommend going to an extended fast right away. I would still take 2 weeks off, raise your calories a little, maybe eat keto, go 2 weeks eating in a 12-hour window, and then come back to intermittent fasting, and I'm sure you'll see results again. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. If you haven't already and you like the content, make sure to smash that like button so other people can see it. Make sure to subscribe so you can see the newest, latest info on intermittent fasting, keto, and wellness. Check the description below. I have links to the studies I referenced. And I also have Patreon if you want to leave us some love so that we can keep these videos coming to you. You can also check out my Etsy store, and I am actually coming up with a new website where you can go and you can find all this information and find various tips and tricks on how to maximize your diet and nutrition plan and your intermittent fasting plan so you can reach your goals. So thanks again for visiting this channel, and I hope to see you next time.